Welcome back to Fast Market on the TD Ameritrade Network. I'm Tom White and joined by my co-host Kevin Hinks. But let's bring in our next guest, and that's going to be Landon Swan, the co-founder of LikeFolio.com. Thanks for joining us today, Landon.
How you doing, Tom? Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. It's been a while. Hey, we're talking Walmart. We got retail all this week. It's going to be probably the market catalyst. But if you look at Walmart, this stock is basically flat on the year. I thought everybody goes to Walmart. They got sales out of their ears. They're stepping up in, in the grocery side of their industry. What's going on with this stock? Because it's basically consolidated in a pretty tight range.
Yeah, if you've been holding Walmart for the last year and you hear people talking about how well the market's doing, you're frustrated. It hasn't done a lot. I mean, it's been up and down. It's been exciting maybe, but overall it hasn't gone anywhere in 12 months. So you're right. That is definitely frustrating. And it's interesting because they're doing so well. This is a company that they've got a little bit of a stigma when it comes to going to the store. The happiness in store is extremely low compared to others. Like Walmart is 54%, Target's 67%, Costco's 72%. The gap is unbelievable, but they're doing a fantastic job with technology. Their mobile app is extremely well. Delivery's awesome, curbside pickup. So they're getting to the point now where you don't have to go into Walmart to take advantage of their low prices and their big selection, all that. And you don't have to go in there and, maybe you don't like going in, but you get the goods delivered. So they're doing extremely well on that. And if you look at the way that everything is trending, 5 years ago, if you looked at the number of dollars spent online that were done so with a phone, it was about 50%. So 50% of online sales were done on a phone. Now it's 75%, and it's just trending higher. So online sales basically means app sales, right, or phone sales. And so you can see the trends here. If you look at the year-over-year change, mobile shopping is the leading trend that we see here at plus 46%. The second place, buy now, pay later, is another thing that Walmart is dominating at. So they're doing an extremely good job. They're using Affirm technology. We've got buy now, pay later at plus 85% usage from the beginning of the pandemic until basically now. So it's huge. They love to buy now and pay later, and who wouldn't at the interest rates where they're at? I mean, money's basically free right now. So why don't you borrow as much as you can and just if you're investing, great. But if you're buying things, it might not be a great strategy financially. But people understand that inflation's going up and money's kind of free right now. And so buy now, pay later is huge. And so Walmart's done a fantastic job with their app. They're doing, the usage of their app is up 120% over to the last 2 years. It's ramping up into the holiday season. So, as much of a sort of a stigma as it has going into a Walmart, they're combating that with technology and app dominance because they've got so many stores. They've got close to 5,000 stores that can get you stuff same day. So they're in a really good position moving forward. We're just not, the stock just hasn't gotten there yet. You can actually see people talking about using their app here. This total mentions had a nice ramp up from the COVID spike, but then another one, you could see that second huge bump is the holiday season from last year, and now we're running up into the holidays again. I'm expecting that that blue line to get above where it was last year. App mentions are up big. It's very convenient. You don't have to go to the store. You can get it the same day often, and they have as huge selection, low prices. So. Walmart is positioned really well, but where's the returns for the investors? Not quite there yet. So getting a little frustrating, I'm sure. Going into this earnings, though, we do have them at a plus 24. So we're bullish going into earnings. So maybe this will be the one that kicks it off and gets them pushing up into the 150s and beyond.
Landon, when you trade a big company like Walmart, sometimes what you seem to do is you touch so many parts of the U.S. economy that you get linked in to whatever's weak, right? It was like when GE was a massive company. Oh, banking is cheap. Oh, GE Capital. Oh, industrial is cheap. Oh, GE jet engines. Oh, healthcare is cheap. Oh, GE's healthcare. It would be linked to whatever was negative in the economy at that time. And Walmart's one of those companies, right? They're in so many things that they seem to get attached to whatever is negative at that time. What do you think? What does your data say is the key level that they should be focusing on to turn that around and get this thing back over. I mean, it was $153 a year ago, right? So you can make a case that it's lower than where it was. What can they do to get this thing to energize this place? Because we've had this conversation before about their identity crisis. What can they do to change that, Landon?
Man, you know, the old school way would be to kind of retrofit your all of your stores, upgrade them, make them nicer. But it's tough. I mean,
Like
I think that it's a perception problem. That would be incredibly expensive because of the number of stores they have. I think they're going at it the smart way right now with technology in their mobile app. These images you guys are showing are not helping my case, but yeah, you gotta get the technology going, and that's what they're doing. They're getting people onto their app. App usage is up, and they're very good at getting you the product that you want very quickly. And I think they have to take advantage of that. I'm not sure how, you know, I think it's a marketing effort somehow to sort of reinvent the brand to get that consumer happiness up. I think it has a lot to do with just like the cleanliness of the store, the presentation. If you walk into a Walmart and you walk into a Target or Costco, it just feels different. It's hard to describe. It's not my expertise, but I know it's just not right at Walmart. But if you look at what they're doing with technology, they're on the right track. I mean, they've passed Amazon when it comes to grocery delivery. They're up over them 4% now. Their app usage is killing it, as you can see here. So they've got the distribution in place, and we talk about this often. This is the kind of company that can beat an Amazon. But it's just a matter of making sure that all of their products have to be extremely high quality. And if they could stomach it, retrofitting or upgrading those stores to be a little bit nicer, I think could go a long way in the perception. But that's a ton of money. I don't know if investors would go for that or not. So I think that sort of the cheap route is going with technology, and that's what they're doing. It's just taking a little bit longer than people might like to pay off.
And you bring up my point exactly, Landon. I mean, they don't have any Walmarts here in the city of Chicago, really, so I don't really have that recollection. I haven't been into one for years, but at the same time, Target did that about 3 or 4 years ago, where they invested billions of dollars into their store, and you get people going into them, and that's where the traffic's higher, right? But their same-store sales are actually higher than Walmart also, and then Costco blows them both out of the water as far as same-store sales. So that investment that you're talking about to get actual more foot traffic in there, because they're using the mobile app. Now they have their Walmart Prime delivery service where you pay a specific fee on a yearly basis. That hasn't really caught on probably as much as a lot of people on Wall Street expected them to. So when you look at the data that you have, it's positive, right? But is that sustainable if you're not going to get that increased traffic, even with the pandemic kind of waning now?
Right. So yeah, we've got the plus 24. We're bullish. It's not a super bullish score. Like when it comes to LikeFolio data, if you're in the teens, it's a pass, right? So 24 is barely a play. I think that long term, the whole key to Walmart's problems is the consumer happiness, the perception. It's just unbelievable that they're that far away. Target again, 67, Costco 72. Walmart 54. That is a huge gap for stores that should be behaving fairly similarly when it comes to happiness. So they have that problem. They have to address it. Maybe it's investing a ton of money. I don't know how much that would be. But they're rich with cash, so I think they could probably pull it off. But reinventing a brand is a very difficult thing to do, and Walmart has this perception that there's sort of a stigma that goes with it. I think that technology-wise, they're getting there. I can tell you that I haven't been in a Walmart in a long time, except for I think there was one time where I had to have something, and they were the only ones open, so I went in. Same experience as usual, but I have ordered from Walmart because I started to question, Amazon's prices and their delivery, and then I looked for the exact item on Walmart, and it was cheaper and faster. So, I got no problem ordering from them. I don't like going into the store, but just get more people into that app, get more people ordering, and I think that you can maybe do that to turn around the perception. But yeah, I think that's their main problem, and it's a long-term problem. It's not going away, so they've got to address that eventually. And maybe it is spending a ton of money to reinvent the brand and reinvent the stores.
Yeah, I like that angle that you said, where you can get exactly what you want when you go on Walmart. Walmart.com, because if you go on Amazon and I'm looking for something, I've got 15 sellers selling me the same thing at different price points across the board, and it just takes me longer. But we'll wait and see on that. Great data analysis on Walmart ahead of their earnings, Landon. Appreciate it. Go enjoy that sun down in Florida, buddy.
It's warm here, guys. You should come check it out.
Yeah, it's cold here, but that's November for you in Chicago. All right, Landon, have a great day.
Thanks. Take care.